Mhm, mhm, mhm. Hey y'all. I don't know if anybody's here. It's showing zero. I don't even know if it's working, so I'll wait and see if anybody's here or comments because I'm not sure I know how to do comments. I'm on my phone doing this mobile because I currently don't have access to my computer at the moment. So I'm doing this through mobile. Uh, hmm. Showing someone's here. Leave a comment so I can see if my comments are working. If I can see them, I can. Nope. Hmm. Can't do a chat overlay. I'm not paying for StreamYard. Okay. I can leave a comment, apparently. Hmm. Hey, we got thunder outside. It's going to rain on me. But yeah, I'm currently in a hotel room. Oh, it's showing two people are watching. Still don't see any comments, so I'm not sure how to do that. And I'm gonna need to see comments. So, no, I don't want a private chat. Uh, hmm. Oh, well. Okay. Okay, showing three people here, but I still don't see comments. I might have to open YouTube to be able to see the comments, I guess. I don't know how this mobile thing works. Uh, yeah, let me open up YouTube real quick. Be right back. I hope. Mm, okay, I don't know. Not able to see chat, and I'm not so. And on YouTube, it looks like I'm frozen. So, am I frozen, or can y'all see me and hear me? Oh, okay, Gary, I see your comment on StreamYard now. Uh, hmm. Okay, not frozen. Good. Thank you, Mark. Good to see someone's here. I had to re-enter StreamYard. Uh, Something happened. It's kind of weird. I'm not used to the mobile thing. So anyway, the story is, real briefly, I can't stay at home right now because of some issues between me and my dad. So for the next week, I've got a hotel room. I currently owe $50 that I have to pay tomorrow because I got the weekly discount, but they're letting me pay them $50 tomorrow. My paycheck hasn't gone through, and the daily pay app kind of screwed me. And I went to transfer money from my daily pay thing onto my debit card, which I've done 100 times, and it went instantly through. And today it did not. That's my kind of luck. The first time it doesn't work is the day I really need it. And these Fago cotton candies are absolutely amazing if you've never tried it. So it's the Dreamin', which is a dreamsicle flavor. So let's see if I can change the camera. I have no idea how to do this. We'll have to, let's see. Has anybody used YouTube streaming? I might have to back out and come back in to be able to change the camera. Not sure. Man. Yeah, I don't know. My dad started freaking out, and I don't know. He thought I was trying to kill him or something, and I didn't do anything. I was making a salad, and he came in and started. I'm afraid that it's might be the beginning of dementia or something. Oh, here we go. Okay, camera 2 facing back. Try that. Doo-doo. Oh, there we go. All right. We'll see how good the camera is. It's supposed to be a really good camera on the Samsung S24 or whatever it is. Let me see if I can get some more light in this room. I turn the light over here on. There we go. All right, this is the stuff. And I actually do have a couple comics, and I think it flipped backwards. Let me try to orient the camera. Oop. Hmm. I don't see an option for flipping the camera and mirroring it. So y'all might just have to look at it backwards. Hey, Jeff. So anyway, since I know most of y'all are into comics, we'll start with comic books. I've got 2 comic books. Highlander #1, Dave Dorman. Just gonna have to, it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any spine ticks. There's a teeny tiny one, but no color break. This corner has a little bit of a ding on it. The top one looks pretty good. And the rest are sharp. But yeah, it's the Dave Dorman. I think it's cover C, Highlander #1 from Dynamite, and Highlander #2, the Dave Dorman color, which he's fantastic. They are the coolest covers. I've seen people asking $20 to $30 for #1, and even more for #2. Apparently, there's not, it was a shorter print run. I don't see any spine ticks on this one at all, and all the corners look sharp. But as far as postage goes, if you spend $30, I'll cover it, except for maybe the couple of big books that I got that probably going to cost a few dollars to ship. And we'll just do when I get the shipping, you can pay me the shipping the actual shipping cost. Just pay me for the book tonight, so I'll have money tomorrow. But I'll sell both these Highlanders $20, $10 a piece. And with the movie coming out with Henry Cavill sometime next year, it's a spec item for sure. But yeah, these are gorgeous covers. Dave Dorman is incredible artist. Let's see. All right, the next comic related items. I got the 3 ElfQuest novels, the novel adaptation by Wendy and Richard Pini, and it is illustrated. But it's a really good story. If you've never read the ElfQuest comics, this is the same story as the original ElfQuest comics, with the artwork by Wendy Pini and the writing by Richard. And then The Blood of Ten Chiefs, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And it is actually short stories written by other people. Richard Penny writes one, Lynn Abbey, Nancy Springer, Jenny Wirtz, Diane Paxson. So it's like a shared universe type book. And these are, you can see the cover's a little, yeah, a little yellowed, I guess you'd call it. It looks more brown. But yeah, these came out in the first printing, December '86. Same with the Elf Prince novel. Might actually be 82. And that's also the first printing. I'm not sure what any of these go for. I've never looked to sell them before, but I'll sell all three of them for $10. So that's 20 on the Highlanders, $10 on the ElfQuest books. Let's see. Next, I'll do a Neil Gaiman lot, a book lot, which includes The Quotable Sandman, which is a cute little book. And it's got quotes from the Sandman comics. Destinations are often a surprise to the destined. And with, art from, I'm not sure who's okay, let's see. A remarkable ensemble of artists. I know that's Dave McKean, obviously. Things need not have happened to be true. Tales and dreams are the shadow truths that will endure when mere facts are dust and ashes are forgotten. Oh, I love that. That's oh my gosh. Chris Bacallo. I had the t-shirt. Mostly they aren't too keen to see me. They fear the sunless lands, but they enter your realm each night without fear. And I am far more terrible than you, my sister. Death to dream. And another Chris Bacallo. You got what anybody gets, Bernie. You got a lifetime. That was from the Sandman number 8, The First Appearance of Death. Also the Graveyard Book. Get rid of that bookmark. A novel adaptation, or actually the novel, illustrated. Not sure who the artist is in this. It's illustrated by Dave McKean, of course. Makes sense. I love this book. Great book. The Graveyard Book, it's the Jungle Book, but the kid's in a graveyard being raised by ghosts instead of in a jungle being raised by animals. So it's a little bit different than the Jungle Book, but that was the idea behind it. Let's see. I got a payment, but I didn't see where anybody commented to get anything. So let's see. Okay, Mark. Let me know what you want, but cool. Thank you. We got Odd and the Frost Giants. This is the first print. Illustrations by Brett Helquist. And a great story that is, it's kind of a Norse mythology type story. Or something like that. A kid that goes to the island of the Frost Giants. We got Fragile Things, a collection of short stories by Neil Gaiman, with some of my favorite stories in here. Many of these stories in here have been adapted into comic form and printed by Dark Horse, I believe, in hardcover format. The Problem with Susan is one. I know, that Forbidden Brides of the Faceless Slaves is excellent. I know A Study in Emerald was another. But yeah, excellent collection of short stories. Then we got The Dangerous Alphabet. Neil Gaiman with illustrations by Chris Grimley. And this is a children's picture book. Of course, it's a little unique, being that it's written by Neil Gaiman. We got A is for always. That's where we embark. B is for boat, pushing off in the dark. C is the way that we find and we look. D is for diamonds, the bait on the hook. E is for the evil that lures and entices. F is for fear and its many devices. And so on. You get the idea. Yeah, cute little picture of your name in there. O is for ovens far under the street. That's a little peculiar. Okay, of course, you know. And then we have oh man, a collection of 3 books by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Chris Riddell, who's a fantastic artist. I follow him on Facebook, and he posts all these cool little, a lot of really political cartoons, kind of like you'd see in the New Yorker or something. But we got The Graveyard Book again, Coraline, the great movie, and Fortunately the Milk. And this is the U.S. edition of Fortunately the Milk, because the English edition, which I'm keeping, it's the first time I ever saw artwork by Scotty Young. And that's the Neil Gaiman books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll do all 6 of them for $50. And since this is 3, that's actually 8 books. And I don't, for all I know, this Sandman, Quotable Sandman first print might actually be worth $60 by itself. I have not looked up the prices on any of these. And that's just a cool little collection. All right. And yeah, you know, they might not be worth a lot because of the cancellation of Mr. Neil Gaiman, which is a shame. I love the way he writes. It's a shame he's a terrible person. He always seemed really nice when I met him. This is Tombs. It's a collection of short stories and talk about a canceled person. One of the editors is Edward Kramer, who, if you don't know him, he created Dragon Con. He's one of the main guys behind the formation of Atlanta's Dragon Con. And also a pedophile, it ends up. He is no longer associated with Dragon Con in any way, shape, or form. That would be him up top. He looks nothing like that now. He looks horrible. He's in a wheelchair, and he might even be dead for all I know. But he did sign this, as did Michael Bishop, Brad Lineweaver, Nancy Collins, Pete Calther, and Ben Bova, who all have stories. These are horror stories, quite a few stories, most quite short, 5 or 6 pages. Storm Constantine wrote one. Neil Gaiman, of course, wrote one. He's in everything back then. This is from the early 90s, I believe. This would have been the first print, because I've got it at Dragon Con the day it was released. Storm Constantine. Yeah, how about that? Too bad you never wrote Hellblazer. Hey, Matt. So Tombs, that's neat. Signed by, well, Ben Bova's a pretty big name. Brad Lineweaver, Nancy Collins, you know who they are. So, I don't know. I guess $20 on that. It's got a few stains, but it does have this neat kind of transparent cover, and then the actual cover is got the thing, basically the same thing on it. Kind of neat. Let's see. This is cool. Peanuts. This is a facsimile edition of the first ever Peanuts collection, originally published in 1952, containing the best strips from 1950 to 1952. So it's a lot of the best strips from the first 3 years of Peanuts. Some of the best ones, in my opinion. He can even hear me licking an ice cream cone. Snoopy comes running. Don't get too close. He's a mean one. Notice the fierce gleam. He comes from a long line of killers. And look at the look on Snoopy's face. Oh, yeah, there. And she goes, shh, he's asleep. I got $5 on the Peanuts book. I think it's priced $6.99. Came out about 10 years ago, I guess. Neat facsimile. All right, here's one some of you guys may know, Mr. Harlan Ellison. That would be him right there. He passed away about 10 or 15 years ago. He was on the Sci-Fi Channel in the early 90s, did a bit on the Sci-Fi Buzz 30-minute show that had all the news about new science fiction books, movies, and everything. This is a collection of some of his best short stories, and it is autographed. He's quite an interesting guy. Some people call him quite an asshole, and he's extremely rude, and that's because, well, he was honest. Straight honest all the time. And he would be honest about you to your face. I remember Jeff D is 5 is a good story. Kind of look and see if probably his most famous thing is, it's not in here, but Saturday is a really great story, the one it's named after. A cool little book, and he writes a little introduction to each one of the stories about how he wrote the story. I know one of them is he wrote it while sitting in the display window of a bookstore. He sat there for 10 hours and wrote a short story. Some kind of promotion thing he did. Kind of wild. And he always wrote on a typewriter. Even after computers came out, he used an IBM typewriter his entire life. And yeah, you can look up on YouTube his review of Death of Superman when it came out, and kind of funny. He's like, it's all hype. Superman has died 117 times since he... And that's the truth. Superman died twice a year before the Death of Superman happened. And he's like, people actually believe that they're going to kill off their number one money-making character, which may or may not have been true at the time, because I think maybe Batman was making a little bit more than Superman in the early 90s, considering maybe. This is Board of the Rings from the Harvard Lampoon. And yeah, it's quite hilarious, as you would think. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, this is really freaking cool. All the names are changed. We've got, instead of Frodo, it's Fredo. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what, oh gosh. Arrowroot. Gimlet. Instead of Gimli. Spam, Moxie, and Pepsi. I guess Spam's the hero in this one. Stomper. Yeah, it's hilarious. Good golf. There you go. I couldn't remember what they called him. He's good golf. All right. I was a huge fan of Deadwood. Great freaking series. If you like westerns, you definitely need to watch Deadwood. And they did finally make a movie to wrap it up, since they canceled it after 3 seasons. But this book is the real Deadwood. Oh, Saturday I'll do for... Did I give you a price on that? It's autographed by Harlan. I want 25 for it. I kind of like to keep it. Board of the Rings, $10. The real Deadwood and Deadwood. Man, Al Swearingen, what a great freaking character. This is actually by David Milch, the creator of the TV show. And it's got a ton of pictures from the show. And yeah, it's just an excellent show. Timothy Oliphant and Al Swearingen, pretty damn, what's the name? Ian McShane. I mean, just wow. Oops, sorry, dropped my phone. They really carried the show. It was fantastic. Like I said, if you're a fan of westerns, check out HBO's Deadwood. Definitely worth the time to watch. I'll do both books for. There's a hardcover, really nice one. I'll go $10 on them, but postage will probably be about $10 as well on those because it's kind of a heavy package. Like I said, if you buy $30, I'll make it free though. Star Trek. We got the Star Trek Next Generation Companion with the complete show-by-show guide with pictures. Really cool if you're a fan, you know, as I was. And then it's got, before the guide, it's got all this information about the actors that starred in it. And, you know, how the show happened. And we also got the cover's a little messed up on this one, but On Board the USS Enterprise. And gosh, and of course it's by Denise and Michael Okuda, who was the, I don't know what you call him, but he designed all the ships and everything for Star Trek Next Generation. He was the tech guy. And it comes with a CD that you can put in your computer. And it's a 3D tour of the USS Enterprise. Of course, this is from 2013. So, you know, it'll be kind of dated, but still very cool. And yeah, flip through it real quick. More. See that? Oh, here we go. Boop. I didn't see it, but we got a visitor. There he is. What's up, Will?
You're home-ish.
How's it going?
You're home-ish, right?
Well, yeah, well, not home. I'm at the hotel.
Oh, you got an extra night?
I paid for a week. $350 for a week. I had $300 that my dad was good enough to give me to help me out, but I have to come up with $50 by tomorrow, and that's taken care of. But I'm hoping to sell so I have some extra money for gas. And
your dad actually helped you?
Yeah, he did. Thankfully.
Is he sorry for what
so
he
I
did?
don't have to eat pizza all the time.
So is he sorry for what he did?
I wouldn't say that. He still doesn't want to see me. He said, "Yeah, I'll help you out. I'll lay the money on the chair on the front porch." He didn't even want to see me. So.
Any chance you think he comes to his senses?
I don't know right now. He's just acting strange.
Where's he at? Home?
Yeah. Let's see. There we go. All right. So the Star Trek, the two Star Trek books, I'll do for $10.
$10, guys.
$10 for Next Generation books. Okay, now we get to the stuff for well, here we go. Nancy Drew, The Secret of the Twin Puppets. This is actually a Nancy Drew picture book for kids. I didn't even know it existed. I found this at a antique mall or something.
Are you parting with your Scrooges?
No. I'm keeping those. Although I do have.
Brought them with you. What?
Huh?
What did you say?
Nah, they're at home. I got my room locked up and stuff. And then we got The Mysterious Case of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, which is I believe this is a book that tells the history of the series, how they came about, how the Stratemeyer Syndicate hired people and paid them $100 a book. Nancy Drew Mystery Activity Book. These are all from the 70s, I believe. They cost $1.25 at Rose's. Nancy Drew Activity Book number 2. Hardy Boys Activity Book. I don't think, well, yeah, there is, some of them have been done. I did some of the Hardy Boys as a kid. So they have been written in. I didn't do any, doesn't look like yeah, I did some of them of the second volume. I don't think I did any of the Nancy Drew ones though. Because, you know, that's the girl. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Man, shipping probably be $10, so I'll go $10 on it. $10 plus actual shipping. Just pay me whatever tonight for the books, and when I get ready, because I'll have to get home, and which I'm able to go home when my dad's not there. He lets me know, so every day I can go by there for about an hour, and I can get them packed up and print out the shipping label. And okay, we'll go. Wait, before we go to cards, because they're going to take a minute. This is gaming stuff. I have no idea what these are like. I probably got these at Dragon Con, and it's like a little game. It was 1987, so yeah, that would have been the first Dragon Con. A company called Reindeer Games, and a game called Twerps, and it's the world's easiest role-playing system. And I have the 2 volumes, the basic rules and the magic rules. And they're just a little book. Let's see what it says on the back. Oh, that's just an example. Includes a complete mini adventure. But yeah, those will practically cost nothing to mail. So, you know, $5. You could kind of call that D&D related. And speaking of that, here are 1, 2, 3, 4 issues of Shadis magazine. And if you know what Dragon magazine is, this is very similar to Dragon magazine. It has articles about D&D, role playing. It's got little adventures. All the ads are for, you know, D&D related stuff. All role playing. Close encounters of the random kind. Various characters that you can use in your campaigns. And it at least includes, okay, this isn't from Status, but I cut that off of some kind of ad from, or I don't know what this came off of. But yeah, I'll include that with it. And this is like this is a game board for one of the games that they include in one of these. I was trying to buy up all Knights of the Dinner Table, and that's who's on the cover of this issue of Shadis. And yeah, there's another game board, kind of like a checkers or chessboard. And the game rules are in the magazine. It's cool. If you're into role playing stuff, you'll enjoy looking at these. They're from let's see, that one's from 1998. It's an Independent Games magazine.
Okay, I'm back.
And this one's from, let's see what year. I don't see a year on that one. But yeah, they're from the mid to late 90s. If you're into role playing, there's a Mystery Science Theater cover with War of the Worlds reference. Yeah, welcome back, Will. Wait, he left again. And
No, I'm here.
also, I'll include this Dragon magazine from July 1980 that has no cover. But it is a Dragon magazine. Even got the comics in the back, including The Adventures of Phineas Fingers. I loved that. He was hilarious. He was a really stupid thief. And I actually have the, oops, I didn't end it, did I? Okay.
Nope, you're still here.
Okay. I about dropped the phone again. I have what, I guess you'd call the trade paperback of the Phineas Fingers collection. So these will actually be included with this. And I did. I got this at Ollie's. And I only paid $5 for it. But it is awesome. And it is huge and it is heavy. Lore and Legends, Dungeons and Dragons, a visual celebration of the 5th edition of the world's greatest role-playing game. And it is absolutely loaded with artwork. So if you're into D&D, this is just really cool. The whole stack, $10 plus postage, which will probably be about $20, I'm afraid. Yeah, me too, Jeff. Dragon magazine was just awesome. Oh, and I'll include this little whatever it is. I think it was a cover of some kind of expansion or something. It's a catalog. That's right. This was a catalog for one of the distributors. And I just thought it was a cool dragon. I had it pinned inside my closet for probably 30 years. Okay, now the card collections. We'll try to make this quick. We got Olivia. This is one of the comic images collector cards from 1992. Olivia was a regular at Dragon Con, and she is what you'd call a good girl artist, and I hope I don't get in trouble for I'll kind of be picky about which ones I actually leave it centered on, because some of them are quite risque, I guess you would say. And yeah, but you get the idea. And so speaking of risque, you should have seen her greeting cards. You would not send one of those to your mom. Let's just put it that way. She's one heck of an artist. Her art was featured in Heavy Metal magazine pretty regular.
Okay.
Right, that one right there with the zebra woman. That one's, I recall seeing that one. That might even have been a Heavy Metal cover. Yeah, that's a nice one. And yeah, he does some of the Betty Page stuff as well. And then we have Boris Vallejo. Man, I had 3 or 4 of his posters on my wall. No, one of them is in here. Probably all 3 of them. Oh, that was one of them. And those posters are, wow, those posters are quite expensive. And I have no idea what happened to the ones I had. They're long gone. That was one of them. Oh, and that is a Ted Nugent album cover. If you look at it, it's like a close-up of the tattoo coming out of, becoming real, crawling out of his skin. Get that focus. There you go. Very cool. I forget what the album was called. That's my favorite one. That was one of the posters I had. Get it straight. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but excellent artwork, and it's autographed. I took one of the cards out, and he autographed it when he was at DragonCon. So for that set, because of the autograph, I have to go $20 on that. The Boris set, the Olivia set. Now $5, but if you buy the Boris set, I'll throw it in for free. I wish I didn't have the card set when I met her, so I never got it signed.
Yeah.
And okay, this is a full set of the first series of the heavy metal cover cards, and it is every cover from April 1977, the very first heavy metal magazine, to looks like 1991. Yeah, 90 cards. So you get all the covers. And now they're going to have to make a big set because they got like a dozen different covers for every issue of the new run of heavy metal. I remember that one. I had that issue. I had a few of these issues. I bought a lot of the heavy metal magazines back when I was a kid. I don't think my mom liked it too much. I remember my cousin had the soundtrack. I was like 12 years old. He had the soundtrack to the movie, and I must have played that thing over and over and over. Okay, this is a complete set of the Ushi's cards. If I can get it open. These were really cool. They came in packs. The foil cards were hard to get. It's like the first, I think, 12 or 20 or something. They got, I don't even know who does the artwork, but they're cool. Kind of reminds you of Scotty Young a bit because they look like kids.
I gave my
versions.
Ushi cards to Mark's wife to give them to the kids.
Yeah,
The ones you gave me, just to
right.
tell you.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then they have the same images, but they're what do you call they're glossy in parts. See how it reflects and then flat in others, so it kind of stands out.
Yeah.
So they look kind of cool. And then the next version of the same artwork is foil, and those were kind of tough to get. So it made getting the full set kind of difficult. By the time you got the full set, you had 20 or 30 of every one of the first part of the set, and you were missing ones from the end. And also the final card in the set. And I guess they did this because it was around the time the movie came out. It's Black Adam, and it's gold foil. Pretty cool. I don't know what these go for now. It's kind of funny. They had DC here in the United States, and I keep meaning to ask Simon if he ever got any, but in Australia, they had Marvel. I'm like, why didn't we get Marvel? That's kind of odd. I don't know why that is. I guess that's something to do with licensing. And if you get the heavy metal cards, I'll throw in this box of all my extra heavy metal cards. They're, duplicates from the set that I had. So the heavy metal set, $10. The Uchi set, $10. And I'm going to call it there. I'm going to hold on to these. I thought about selling them, but yeah, I don't want to sell them. That's just too cool. Nah. These are the Chinese Disney, what do they call them? Cacao cards. The boxes were extremely expensive, and these are the foil, what do they call it? Reflecting rainbow foil cards. So they cost me quite a bit. I bought the individual because I could not afford the hobby boxes were like $800. No way I was going there. But yeah, and just so you can see, I was thinking about selling these. These are my duplicates of the Jay and Silent Bob Garbage Pail Kids cards. They're kind of funny. And Grody Brody, one ring. Because he was always talking about Lord of the Rings. There's only one ring. Meaty Moby. ABCC. Oh, I love that. It's funny too because her boobs are standing out there, and that's what you mostly. Yeah, Bouncy Becky. What's her name? Oh my gosh, it just went blank. The girl that played in Clerks 2. And when she's dancing on the roof with Dante, and her little boobs are bouncing up and down. Yeah. Oh, and there's a Buddy Bud. Thumbs up. And all right, guys. Yeah, and especially these the rock cards and stuff. I spent like $5 to $10 a piece on these cards. These are that Hulk. Where that guy's just one hell of an artist. The Fawn, Gilligan, Roscoe, the Dukes, and Duncan or Connor Duncan. I mean, that's great right there. Just some really cool cards. You can get these on eBay. It's Edward Vela. What's up with the name? And he signs every one of them. They're limited to only 50 copies each, and numbered. So they actually do go up in value as people discover the guy. They want to, oh wow, I want to get that one to go with this one. Like, and I don't have them in here. I mean, check out the Gandalf and the George Carlin. I mean, just amazing. Luke, Yoda. I mean, he is really good, and he's so prolific. I mean, he does like a painting a day. All these different actors, and there's Spider-Man and Wolverine, Bruce Lee, even Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And he even does sports cards. Got Bill Murphy there. Gina.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Excellent artist. But yeah, I'm going to hold those.
What?
Here's your Taylor Swift card.
Uh,
Oh, look at that one. That just
you're going to hold on to these, you said?
Yeah, I don't want to let these go.
Is your dad letting you hold on to certain things?
Oh no, I mean he don't have any say in it. I make that decision. But yeah, here's some of the Blair masterpieces. Here you go, Super Pro.
Oh, I need that. That
The
could go
insert
good with
card
my Just
from the original Pro set.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about a $10 card. Here's your glow in the dark Ghost Rider card.
Nice.
That was an insert from the 92 Marvel card set.
Nice.
I wonder if it still glows in the dark. I don't know where this came from. It's a Japanese game card with Rocket Raccoon on it and Ant-Man.
Nice.
But yeah, maybe just some fun stuff and some more of the Ushi's cards. Like I got all 3 versions of Wonder Woman. I never did get all. I got all 3 of Superman, but I never was able to get the foil Batman, an extra one to put in this book. Might have to look that one up. Hey, I wasn't going to sell these. They were just in there. My autographed Glenn Hubbard cards.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. He was at a local show a couple years ago. And I went and he did a little, when I was still random rips opening card packs, he did a little intro for me.
I remember that.
So, if you review, you want anything, let me know. If you can pay tonight, great. If not, and it's still available, just send me an email and I'll let you know if it's still available and you can get it, and I'll let you know how much. I might do another sale in a few days if I have some more stuff. I do have this. These are my Sandman posters from the early 90s. Excuse me. I'm going to have to look those up though. Because some of those are kind of high dollars. From Chris Bacallo, Death, and Still Life with Cats. Wow. I think that one's like $100 poster. But yeah, they're really cool. I was a huge Sandman fan. I had to have everything related to it. And my Brief Lives by Jill Thompson, I won't be selling that because she signed it to me. Yeah, a really special inscription. So there's the stuff. Those Highlander comics. Yeah, I was gonna try to collect the whole Dave Dorman run. I think you know how Dynamite does. They only do like 12 issues. So I think there's 12 issues, and I think Dorman did the first 9, and then for some reason he didn't do 10, 11, or 12, which is a shame. It'd be nice to have a full run of just the Dave Dorman covers. But all this stuff is for sale. So let me know. I appreciate you guys coming out. How do I change the camera? There we go. Camera options. Here I am. Oh no, I took a shower and then I went immediately out into the garden, and it was 100 freaking degrees today in Warner Robins. And well, man, I was dripping sweat. And I hadn't been in the garden in like 3 days now because I haven't been at home. And wow, a lot of the okra unfortunately was too big, but change this back to another camera real quick. And ooh, yeah, I've got a nice bag of okra. And look at these beans, man. Holy cow. They were just everywhere. These things grow like mad. They're Japanese wonder beans. And they grow up to 3 foot long. And you just, cut them up into 1-inch lengths like snap peas and boil them up with some salt. And they're freaking awesome. I didn't know they were going to taste so good. I bought them just because they look cool growing on my arc trellis. And I got 2 bags of them just today. Got quite a few jalapenos and banana peppers. Too bad I can't ship those. My corn, well, I was on vacation when the corn pollinated, so my corn ends up a little small and not quite filled out. We'll call it almost baby corn, but hey, whatever. It'll work. And I think Dr. Fago is actually better than Dr. Pepper. And cotton candy, as it says on the can, is delicious. In fact, I think I'm gonna have a things are good. Oh, oh. All right. Baby's first corn. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Jeff, the heat, and it does the okra as well. Unfortunately, when the okra gets too big, it's too tough. I had to throw a lot of it away. And the beans, kind of the same thing. These are almost too big. In fact, some of them might be too big. That's why I got two different bags, because you really want them more like this. Because, yeah, the okra gets too tough once it gets over about 4 inches. But, oh, man. Oh, man, I wish I could still eat jalapenos. But, nope. Getting old sucks. And, acid reflux and jalapenos do not work together. And this freaking little fridge is a little too small, and it doesn't get very cold, but it does get cold in that little freezer. And I laid one of these cotton candies up there when I first got in the room, and about an hour later I took it out, opened it, and it spewed all over the place. But man, it was good. The middle of it was like a popsicle. But guys, I appreciate it. Mark, thank you, man. That'll take care of the room, and they won't be mad at me if they really didn't want to do it. I'm going to have a tomato sandwich tonight. That was perfectly ripe on the vine. And this one will be ready tomorrow, and I got a whole basket full of them over here. Some green ones that I can fry up. Ooh, I wish I was at home, because I would make some of this, because I have tomatoes, okra, and corn. But hell, I just bought a can at Dollar Tree for $1.50. We'll see if it's any good. All right, y'all. Dang, it took a little longer than I thought. What are we at, an hour? And it's time to head over to Tony's channel. And unfortunately, my phone just went to 5%. So it might be a few minutes before I can hop on Tony's stream, but I'll be there just as soon as I can.
Tony went live last night.
Oh, that was last night? Oh, man, dang. I saw the post earlier and I thought it was tonight. Damn it. I was asleep last night when he was on, man.
Yep.
That's right. I woke up and he was just ending it. That's right. I forgot. Thank you, Gary. And like I said, if y'all want anything, let me know. I love the community. I love you guys, and things will get better. I have a plan, and I'm putting it into motion. And the first part is doing this, getting rid of some stuff, minimizing what I own, because, I have 2 or 3 rooms full of crap, mostly books, and I got to get rid of some of them, because I can't move that stuff around. I'm not going to carry 3,000 books to a new place to live. For one thing, I can't afford to pay for all the room it takes up. And for another thing, most of them are just books I've bought just because, it's like comic books. Oh man, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. That is too cool. I gotta have that. I really don't need it. I just wanted it. And I never read it. Oh man, that's good. Highly recommend you try that.
Don't let your phone die.
Although if you're diabetic, avoid it, because that is a lot of sugar in that.
Yep.
I offered one to my boss and she's like, I'm diabetic, right? You're trying to kill me, aren't you? I was like, oh, I forgot.
What percentage is your phone at, Kev?
5%, 4%. It just darkened on me. So, yep, gonna need to plug that in. And
yeah, I'll just talk to you backstage.
All right. I won't be able to stay but a minute, because I have to run. Okay, I need to run over. I'm next door to Pizza Hut, actually. The hotel
you have
is
to work tonight?
No, I'm just gonna run over there before they close and see if I can grab some free food.
Okay.
Because that pizza I got now is from last night.
Okay, just hit me up after that.
Okay, I'll do it. And if anybody else wants to join us, I'll post the backstage link in a little while. Thanks, Mark. Take it easy, man. And everybody have a great night, and I'll see y'all soon. Yep. Love y'all. I'll see you backstage. What's your name? Will. Good night, everybody.